What's going on there? Claire again. What's going on, everybody? Rob here to do a quick update. Got a bunch of little stuff in, so I figured I'd get it out of the way. I do have some hammers coming in, so we're just taking a little longer than I expected. This is a little bit of a different update for me. Got a little bit of memorabilia stuff that's been signed and stuff like that. So I got memorabilia, I've got CD and stuff like that. So I'm going to start with the memorabilia. The first thing is, this is kind of an extra I picked up. I'm not a fan of the band myself, but for what I paid for it, it was well worth picking up just to give away to people who like the band. And I know a lot of us are extreme, a lot of you guys are the extreme metal. And this comes from, I don't know what this is actually called, Extreme Metal Magazine, PT. I don't know what the fuck that means, but anyway, the magazine's here, and it features Deicide on the cover, and it is signed by all of the band members, which is what? Glenn Benton, Steve Asheim, and the brothers, I can never remember, Hoffman, Brian Hoffman and Eric Hoffman. This is legit. I got it from a very legit source, so I mean, it's a full magazine. It just happens to be autographed on here. Now, for you extreme metal guys, I know there's a lot of you guys that like this stuff. Like, I like early Deicide. First 2-3 albums. After that, I kind of tune out. Got Malmsteen in it though, so I don't know. So for you guys that like Deicide and wouldn't mind having this, let me know. I'll do like a drawing, and I'll if you guys are interested, say, hey, I want that, plain and simple, don't give a shit, and I will. If one of you want it, I'll send it your way. If 10 of you want it, I'll do I will do a drawing for the winner of it. You know what I mean? But for what I paid for it, I couldn't even sit there when I can give it to somebody who I know will appreciate it more. So, Deicide, all signed by the complete band, and it's legit, so there's that. And I got this in the same lot, but this one I picked up for me, and this is from Metal Maniacs, and this is from the band. The reason I grabbed this one is it's from Overkill, and it's signed, but not only by the whole band, but there's two other signatures which you may not see. One's here and one's down lower, which you can't really see in the camera right now. But it features let me get the damn. It has the three main members at the time. This is from 2006, I think. Bobby Blitz, Bobby Ellsworth, Dee Dee Verney, and Ron. Oh my God, Lipnicki or something like that. But it also has two former or members at the time. I don't recall myself, and that's I'm not even holding it open to see. Dave. I'm going to forget the names at this point. Shit. Jesus Christ, come on. Dave Linsk and Derek, I forget. But it has, at the time it has the three main members, and then it has the two or one of the guys were actually still with the band at the time. It's kind of a weird thing, but it's legit. And it also came with the 2006. I'm gonna get this out of here. Ticket from the show in 2006. What was this? Bogarts. all ages. February 28th, leap year, 2006. And I noticed it says DD is Bobby, and I don't recall who the other member is at the time, but a little sloppier than the magazine. But there's that. That's mine. Sorry, you can't have that. All right. So now let's move on to the CD. This guy was turned on by Travis at Deliverance-d, again with fucking names that I can't remember. Deliverance-d 18, Travis. Most of you guys know. If not, I will link Travis in my description below. He turned me on to this guy. How I didn't know about this guy is beyond me. But he's an Italian guitar player that does vocals, and his name is probably going to butcher this, but it's Valentino Francavilla, and the album's called Heavy Chains. It's only available on CD. This is very hard to get. I contacted him to get it, and I talked to him about getting one, and he sold me one, and then he sold me one, and he signed it to me. If you guys can see that, it just says to, what does it say? I don't know what that top part says. I'm assuming thank you very much. Thank you, my brother, Robert Valentino. Really cool. Very 80s sounding, modern obviously, which is 2019 or something like that. 2018, 2019. Very, very hair metal, very, very heavy hair metal, very Dokken oriented. I can tell he has Dokken influences. He actually did a Dokken video, which I posted earlier on my Facebook like a month ago or so, and it kills it. They kill it. And very, 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 very worth picking up if you come across this. It's kind of expensive, but you can get them cheaper now through him. So if you get a chance to pick it up, it's Valentino Francavilla, and the album's called Heavy Chains. Well worth to pick up if you're an 80s hair metal, heavy metal kind of person. Now onto the vinyl. Like Possessed, it was really tough to get a hold of this album. I had to cancel through Amazon because certain albums I don't want to wait. I'm a prima donna in that sense, and I want to have the album now. Even if it's a good price, I'll wait a little bit, but then I don't. So finally I gave up, and I think it's Nuclear Blast, yeah. Finally I gave up, and I ordered it through Nuclear Blast, and that's Destruction's new one, Born to Perish. My favorite, period. I mean, Creator's a close second, but my favorite overall German Teutonic thrash band. So, I'll show you the inner. This came with a little bit of like creasing in it, which pissed me off, but band's a little more polished than this. Looking, I mean, not sounding. They sound like Destruction with the modern technology, obviously. There's the lyrics. I pulled the sticker and I put it on there. A lot of times when I pull the stickers, I put them on the actual inner, or I'll put them on an open space of the lyrics of the inner sleeve. Because, I mean, I'd rather have it, if I can pull it off cleanly, I'd rather stick it on something that I know is going to stay there. And again, Destruction, 2019. This album is, I'd say, great. You always wonder, like, it's been 80s, 85, 80, I can't remember the first album at this point. But you always wonder if a band you love can still do it, and this band can still do it. 2019, and this will make the tops of 2019 for me. It's so freaking good. It's like Possessed. It's just like unstoppable good. And there's a lot of heavy thrash, heavy metal this year. It's going to make my top list versus the hair that it usually makes it. Killer. Anyway, I splurged a little bit. I paid the extra for the limited vinyl, and I bought this because it kind of matches the if you see the Destruction emblem here. And I bought this because it kind of matches that, and it looks really fucking cool. This is splatter vinyl. I think it's out of either 200 or 500, don't recall, but I just thought it was cool. It matched, and it was worth a few extra bucks. Which I don't know why they charge extra, because it really doesn't cost them extra. But here's disc 2. This one actually looks, this side right here looks really cool. So basically a white vinyl, it's not really splatter. I don't know what you call that. But it's too clean to be splatter, but there's that. So really good album. Highly, if you're a metal fan, that is worth picking up this year. Easily worth picking up, so grab it if you can. Next is a band called Sinner. God knows we all know these guys, but it says they're like 17th or 18th album. The last 2 or 3 albums, Matt Sinner, the originator of the band, he's a bass player and singer. I'm assuming he's kind of lost his vocal ability because he does very little vocals on the last couple albums. But they picked up a female singer on this one who's now part of the band. Like Ronnie Romero does a song on here. He's got guest vocalists all over this. But he has a female singer, Giorgio Claudio. She's from a band called Hollow Haze. Fantastic singer. The woman can sing metal to blues. For those of you who follow me on Facebook, look up the song Dead Letter from Sinner. Such an amazing vocal from this woman. And the song itself is just fantastic. And then you throw, Day of the Dead in there. I'm a sucker for. I love Day of the Dead shit. And it's just a pretty album. And not only, and there's a really cool splatter version of this out of 100. But it cost me like $50 to have it shipped here in the U.S. It really sucks that happens because I love getting the shirt print, but I'm not gonna overpay for the shirt print. I'm gonna do any inner with this. So basically, it's just a lyric inner, and they are readable. And there's the back. It's a double LP, and I don't think it even comes on black, but this is a purple, a very dark purple, semi-transparent. Record. And that's a double LP. I don't think this one is any different. Actually, this one's a little different. Oh no, it's all the same. It all has the Day of the Dead faces on there. And it's that purple color again. Really cool. So that was really cool. That's from Amazon. A little cheaper through there versus trying to order from Germany. AFM Records. Good label. They pick up some great bands. I think the Bonfire or somebody's from there. No, that's Frontiers. Okay, next is I'm going to show this first because that's pretty cool. This one piece. I want to show that last actually because that's really cool. Alright, I'm not a big comp person. If I pick up comps, it's usually like one of my top 5 favorites. I don't even really chase them. I know Farley at Farley's Nerve Cave sent me Shocker, which is my all-time favorite soundtrack. Decline of Western Civilization I want. Trick or Treat I want. Demon Night I want. Stuff like that I actually would buy. I just don't see it, or it's just not on the list at the time. But I will pick up comps that have like semi-unknown bands or very odd pickups like this one. This one is Pacific Metal Project, and this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is 11 diff bands, and I think it's 1985. And some of these bands put out 1, 2 plus albums. Heir Apparent, great band. Their One Small Voice album is one of my favorites of all time. Myth, Mistrust, Manchild, Ransom, not the Christian metal Ransom. I don't even know what the hell that is. Phase, Arson, not the Christian metal band. XINR, Deliverance-d, and Coma. So I saw this, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I think I paid like $8 for it. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm picking that up. Although they labeled the producer wrong. They said it was Paul Gilbert. So I was going to jump all over that because, you know, Paul Gilbert from Racer X and Mr. Big. And, this is on Restless Records. I don't think it has an inner. No inner. It smells a little bit smoky, which I'll have to clean up a little bit. But that's the kind of shit I will pick up because there's a lot of bands on here that it's all they've done. You know what I mean? This is the only thing they've done. I mean, Heir Apparent has 4 or 5 albums. They got a new album coming out, actually. Deliverance-d has 2 albums. I'm trying to think of these other bands. I don't recall it at the moment. Anyway, it comes on a pink label, which I'll never understand why metal stuff comes on pink label. Let me look at this one band because I can't remember. Burning Steel was the name of that band. No, I'm wrong. The band's called Lookout. Phase, Arson, XINR, Deliverance-d, Heir Apparent, Myth, Mistrust, Manchild, and Ransom. And it looks brand fucking new. I'm sorry, I got that weird glare tonight, guys. It's bouncing off that glass behind me. Soon that won't happen. Just saying. Alright, next is a couple of King Diamond rarities. A guy was selling these on Facebook, actually, and I do not have them. So me being a massive King Diamond fan, one of my top 10 favorite bands, I had to pick them up. A fairly decent price, so I'm like, hell yeah. So the first one is the King Diamond, No Presents for Christmas, 12-inch EP. I guess it's not an EP, it's a single, I guess. I guess it's a single. Funny, and this is in excellent shape, as you can see. I mean, there's like no ring wear even. I think it's just both are No Presents for Christmas, right? Oh no, Sharon's on the back side of this. Why does it say on the album cover? It's on Road Racer, and I'll show you the vinyl, but it's pretty damn clean. This is black vinyl. So that was a cool score. And then I scored the other album, EP, single I guess you'd call it. And that's King Diamond's Family Ghost, one of my favorite King Diamond songs. That opening riff is just something you never forget. And at the time this has a track called Shrine, which is unreleased. I'm not even sure if it may have been added later on to the reissues, but off my favorite album by King Diamond, Abigail, one of my top 10 favorite albums of all time. I don't think there's anything with this either. No. And it's on, again, Road Racer, black vinyl. I'm not big on picking up. I mean, I like full albums and EPs and stuff like that, but certain bands I'll grab anything I can get a hold of, especially King Diamond being one of my favorite bands of all time. So I grabbed that as well. So it's 2. Essentially, I got 2 for the price of 1. Alright, next is one of my top 20 favorite bands of all time. He was the lead singer. Was selling stuff on his personal Facebook page, like stuff left over from the tour. They went to Europe and did a tour. I'm assuming that's where these came from. And he had like 24 albums left that were signed by him. So I got these the other day, and I don't have the black vinyl version. This is I bought the red. I always try to buy the more limited version first, and then maybe later pick up the other version later. So this is a two for one, really, because it's Deliverance-d's The Subversive Kind. This was, I think it was a top 6 favorite album of mine from 2018. And it's signed by Jimmy Brown II, the singer. The main reason I wanted it. And that's him right there. Christian thrash metal. And, you know, it comes with all the goodies inside this one. It has the sleeve. It's essentially the Rocks Records release. I think it's Rocks, right? Give me a minute. Yeah, Rocks and Three Frog Studios. Yeah. So it's the black vinyl version. I can't get the Rocks thing. And then Deliverance. This isn't the 180. I don't know what this is. Probably 150 or so. But I mean, that alone, for what I paid for it, was worth it. I get the package and I open it up, and first thing I see is the back of this, and I'm like, oh, what the hell? That's not what I ordered. Although this is my favorite album by the band. But he also sent this album, which is the sleeve from Rocks Records, and it's Deliverance's Weapons of Our Warfare. He signed that as well, as you can see. So really freaking cool. But not only that, did he go, I mean, far and above, he sent me their debut album, sleeve, Deliverance, self-titled, signed as well. I'm like, how cool is that shit, you know? You got one of your favorite bands. Not only do you have the last album they've done, which is an all original, not a reissue, signed. He sends me 1 and 2 signed sleeves as well. That's badass. Thank you, Jimmy. I really do appreciate that. Just so cool. I mean, I don't know what else to say. A little bit of a fanboy here, because like I said, this is one of my favorite all-time bands. Top 20, overall. And it varies by the day. You know how you guys are. Some days, your bands, you have your favorite bands, but some days, they fluctuate. You'll be listening to 3 or 4 albums by this band, like, oh yeah, that's definitely in my top 5 now. But you know how that works. So anyway, that was really cool. And I haven't been having some shit days. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. I got even more shit going on, which I won't talk about on here. But stuff like this, simple shit like this, it's just cool. It's like it always seems to come at the right time, And stuff like this, the overkill sign stuff. Small things, do things for me. There's always one big thing in your life that really does for you what you need to be done for you, which you may only find once in a lifetime. So, but overall, secondary in my life is music. It's a close secondary, but music is what's kept me alive my entire life, and silly shit like this. You don't see this a lot anymore. Bands are just so cut and dry, which I understand because it costs money. But then you order something like this, you pay $25, and with the shipping, well worth the cost to get it signed by one of your favorite bands, and then you get extras like that. I mean, it's just fucked up. You just don't. I don't know how to put it. And this is from Rock's Endo Life to Metal. I know that, we all have our things, and there's not a lot in our adult lives that really make you happy. And you may get 1 or 2 things. So enjoy it while you can, because you never know how long you're going to be around. And I know we're all at that age where we're getting up there, so enjoy it while you can. Talk to you guys later. I'm going to have probably one of the most killer, personally, Grail updates coming up. I've got several top 20 Grails coming in that should have been here by now, but one's big time. Well, 2 are big time. But I'll talk to you soon. I do this rambling thing at the end of my videos for you new guys that this is what I do. I get on here, talk like an idiot for a while, then I finally get my groove and I just talk until I run out of time on the video. This should not be a 26, 27 minute video, but it is because I'm rambling. Y'all have a good night, and we'll all catch up real soon.